Imagine you're out in the woods, surrounded by nothing but the sound of nature, the crackling of your campfire, and the rustling of leaves in the breeze. But what if that peaceful night, meant for stargazing and bonding with friends, took a strange and terrifying turn? This is exactly what happened to 4 men camping near the Allagash waterway in Maine in 1976. Their experience would go on to become one of the most famous UFO abduction cases in history. It was August of 1976 when 4 men, Jim, Jack, Charlie, and Chuck, decided to go on a camping trip at the Allagash waterway in Maine. Surrounded by dense forest and clear waters, this secluded area was the perfect getaway. The group planned to relax, fish, and enjoy a few nights under the stars. As they spent their evening around the campfire talking and roasting marshmallows, little did they know that this camping trip would change their lives forever. On the second night of their trip, something unusual happened. Around 9:30 p.m., as the group sat by the campfire, they noticed a strange light in the sky. At first, they thought it was a plane or a satellite, but as the light grew brighter and began to move erratically, their curiosity turned into concern. The light appeared to hover, changing direction quickly and speeding up in a way that no aircraft they knew of could. The men were stunned and decided to investigate, getting in their boat to approach the source of the light on the water. As they paddled out, they drew closer to the light, which was now hovering over the water. The men described the light as being incredibly bright, almost blinding, and they could hear no sound coming from it. But something strange happened next. When they came to their senses, hours had passed. The light was gone, and they were no longer near their original campsite. The men were disoriented, unable to recall what had happened during those lost hours. They quickly rowed back to shore, but something didn't feel right. Feeling confused and uneasy, they tried to shake off the incident, but deep down, they all knew something had happened that couldn't be explained. As the days passed, each of the men began to experience strange physical and mental symptoms. They had vivid nightmares, headaches, and an overwhelming feeling of dread. Some even reported finding strange marks on their bodies that they couldn't remember receiving. The most unsettling thing, however, was their inability to recall exactly what had happened during those missing hours on the lake. The memory gaps bothered them for years, until finally in 1988, they decided to undergo hypnosis to uncover what had really occurred during those missing hours. Under hypnosis, the 4 men began to recall memories they had long buried. They each described the same horrifying encounter, a bright, unearthly craft that descended from the sky, shining an intense light on them as they floated above the boat. They were then taken aboard the craft, where they experienced strange medical examinations and interactions with beings they could only describe as alien. These beings, they said, were humanoid in shape, but with large black eyes and pale skin. The men were subjected to what they later described as medical procedures, strange probe scans, and even telepathic communication with the entities. All 4 men recounted similar details of the experience despite undergoing hypnosis separately. After the hypnosis sessions, the Allagash abductions became a well-known case in UFO history. The men's accounts, along with their vivid descriptions of the craft and beings, helped to further fuel the growing interest in extraterrestrial phenomena. Their story sparked debates and discussions across the globe about the possibility of alien encounters. Even today, the Allagash abductions remain one of the most compelling cases of UFO encounters in the world. While skeptics continue to question the validity of their experiences, the men are unwavering in their belief that what they encountered that night in Maine was not of this world. So what can you, as a camper, learn from the Allagash abductions? First and foremost, always be aware of your surroundings, especially at night. If you notice something strange in the sky, try to stay calm and observe carefully. Most of the time it's probably just a plane or a satellite, but in rare cases like the Allagash encounter, you might find yourself in the midst of something. Be cautious of the unknown, and remember, not everything can be easily explained. While the Allagash abductions remain an eerie and puzzling mystery, it serves as a reminder that the wilderness is vast, And sometimes, there are things out there that we may never fully understand. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever experienced something unexplainable during a camping trip? Let us know. Subscribe for more paranormal stories and camping tips.